All right, we're live. Let me go ahead and check real quick and make sure it's working on all three platforms. If there aren't any, right, it's okay. Rumble, chat, checking YouTube real quick. Let's see what YouTube is. YouTube's up. YouTube is up. And yeah, I couldn't say I'm live. Okay, oh, there it is. Okay, it just came up. About 30 seconds late. All right, and finally, let's take a look at. So I wake up today and a lot of stuff is going on. And as usual, I have no notes. I'm listening to this. This is going to be, as usual, completely extemporaneous. First thing I've seen when I open my feed is thousands of flights are grounded because of extreme heat. And let me just say, it's July in the summer. It's supposed to get hot. And you may have noticed um, a lot of the funding that the globalist cult relies on for its operations around the world. Trump has been cutting them off. And all of a sudden, you have CIA fronts all over the world closing down. They have these NGOs. They have like the banana places down there in Central and South America. They're shutting down. Oh, gee, it's like they can't make it now that they're not getting that USAID money. Hundreds of billions of our tax dollars that were being sent out of the Treasury, out of sight, out of mind. You know, until we found out about it, and Donald Trump cut it off. One of the most interesting developments as the last 6 months has unfolded has been watching the globalist cult's renewed commitment to its climate hysteria agenda. Because when most of the eggs have fallen out of your basket, the few that remain to you become more precious than ever. Well, I've noticed a trend over the last couple of months that as they're giving up the ghost on so many of their other hoaxes, they're being forced to give up the ghost and drop the illusion, drop the bullshit, so to speak. About many of their hoaxes, they're doubling down on the climate change hysteria. Yeah, there are unusual weather events happening at the same time. Also, yes, at the same time, they're stepping up their denials that anything is happening with the weather, the cloud seeding, any of this weather manipulation stuff. That's that's still 10 foot our hat stuff. Um, but we're watching this interesting development for the last couple of months, where people are noticing some things that these claims seem to be doing with the weather, with all this cloud seeding stuff and this weather manipulation. At the same time, the globalist cult is putting out the message: we are doubling down on climate change. We're gonna double down on that, and they have. So the first thing I see when I get up this morning is this claim that all of these flights are grounded because of extreme heat. And does any let me ask Grok something real quick. Now, listen, I understand Grok is not really trustworthy if you ask him about political shit. All right, I'm going to ask Grok a basic question. Dear Grok, oh, I'll go ahead and share my window. Yeah, I remember. I can do that. Right. Let's ask Grok how many times in the past couple of years, dear Grok, how many times in the past couple of years have airline flights been grounded due to extreme heat conditions across the United States? Seems like a pretty fair question. Okay, okay, so it's going to look back to 2023. Impacting equipment crew. I'll search for news reports of such incidents. Yeah, thank you. Exactly what I want. 31 days over 110 degrees. Okay. But that was one airline. One airline in one specific state, Arizona. And yeah, I could understand if it gets to 110 degrees and it stays there. The Phoenix 122-degree event in 26 isn't recent. Yeah. Okay. June 2021. Alaska Airlines again delays some flights. Most flights coming out of Phoenix 2024. Flights out of Las Vegas. There aren't many major grounding events, maybe 2 to 3 total. Now, I know it gets hot in the summer, but I don't remember hearing in the past it becoming major news where they decide to elevate it and make sure you see it and make sure you hear about it, and they make it a focus of national attention. They're going to hold attention. Okay, there were delays, but no flight canceled in Arizona. Arizona and Vegas seem to be coming up, yes, mostly due to heat, and many of the example Grok is finding. That's what you use Grok for. That's fine. You're just asking for, hey, Grok, tell me which presidential candidate is better and why. You're gonna get all kinds of, because the program is AI, you're going to get all kinds of leftist liberal. If you ask a basic yeah, how many times were airline flights grounded due to extreme heat conditions? Okay, you're pretty much on solid ground. So here's what Grok tells me. Based on the news reports and aviation data, there have been at least 3 reported incidents in the past couple of years. Airline flights were grounded at Canada, specifically due to extreme heat conditions. Up to 2023, southwest, with no similar reported cancellation to ground 2025. And at first, until the one I looked up to this morning, and then I saw a path across my niece. So there are three specific examples here. 2023, the Western U.S., California, Texas, they're all southern states. And then we have Las Vegas, and then California. So thank you, Grant. That was very informative. Um, these people have, they don't. We found out they haven't been spending their own money on this. A lot of times, maybe for some initial startup, when they start the NGOs up, and you know how many NGOs out there and fake false front companies are used to drive the climate change agenda. Okay, they spend a little bit of their money, maybe setting up an NGO, setting up a front company, hiring the staff, and you know, constructing a building or renting out a building, and buying equipment. But then they started using their contacts inside our government to start sending these NGOs and these front companies hundreds of millions of dollars from the U.S. taxpayers. And they've had a good thing going for a long time now. A very good thing. That's a little bit stuff. But now, problem is a big problem. Cutting them off from their money. They're not, they're not getting the money anymore. Every, I'm sure they don't get audio issues, eh? Let me check real quick. A few words are verbal. Okay. I'm checking the chat and move while talking. It's garbled. Okay. Yeah. I don't understand why this happens. Sometimes some streams nobody says anything. The audio's fine. Some streams, even though I haven't changed anything, all of a sudden there's a big problem. And use Odyssey streaming experience. I guess a quick look at the settings here. I've got echo cancellation. I've got reduced mic background noise. Let me automatically adjust the mic volume. See if that let's see if that does anything. Uh, anytime you move your head, okay, it's struggling with. Try not to move so much. So, is it better now, or is it? Or, I guess. Okay, I'll go ahead and go on as if it's better now. Okay, these people had yeah, terrible. It's terrible. Okay, yeah, and I see I'm freezing right now. I'm freezing on the rumble stream. So it may be this just isn't fated to happen right now. I mean, I don't know what's causing it. The audio is terrible. I'm being told, and maybe I need to do a test before I go live. I need to get on with my brother and we'll have him do a test on it and make sure there aren't any issues. But right now, I'm being told the audio is absolutely horrible, and no idea why. Unless I'm wearing, it might be my hearing aids might be causing that. See if that helps. You need a headset with a like, yeah, a deaf guy wearing a headset, maybe maybe that would help. So basically, this turned into how Brian needs to fix his audio. And like I said, I've been streaming a lot lately. I think I've streamed maybe 12 times in the last 3 weeks or so. And I think only one other time was there ever an audio issue kind of about, just like the 13th to 14th week I've done 3 weeks. And sometimes these issues show up and sometimes they don't. So not really sure what's causing it. So I'm really happy my brother found that and found that key post he was looking for. Awesome. Okay. It says today my mic is dropping every other word. I'm also streaming simultaneously on YouTube and X at the moment. So that could be something that's causing an issue. Yeah, I'm looking at the different streams there. Yeah, nobody else is talking about it. Sound issue. This might be just on Rumble. Yeah, I've heard Rumble has its own streaming issues sometimes. So I think there are a lot of people streaming right now. When I signed up to Rumble a while back, yeah, the X is still garbage. Oh, so garbage stuff on it. Yeah, okay, guys. Hey, I am making an attempt to, but it looks like it's not happening. It's not going to work out. So we'll just go ahead and end it. Bye.